So does Google's instant search make SEO more important or less important?
It makes it more important because then you're going after more competitive terms, because the autocomplete will give you more competitive terms, more popular terms. So those are the ones you have to chase after.
So the same rules still apply?
Yeah, the same rules apply.
Right. So speaking of SEO rules and lessons, how about, is there application of those on the social side? With social search is becoming more important. Mm-hmm. Is there an SEO component to that, or is it a totally different mindset?
Well, social and SEO definitely go hand in hand, but in different ways than you might expect. So for example, when you're trying to get link bait seeded into social media to get that critical mass, to get the viral piece of content to take off, a social news site or a social bookmarking site like Dig or StumbleUpon or something like that becomes crucially important to get your link bait to take off.
Right.
From the standpoint of is Facebook going to kill off Google? I don't think so anytime in the future, but it is another venue for people to search. In fact, like YouTube is a social site, it's a social network, and it is actually the #2 search engine. Mm-hmm. It gets more queries than, say, Bing or Yahoo, which makes it crucially important to get good visibility in YouTube.
Okay. How about on the mobile side? What do you see happening with mobile SEO?
Right, so it's interesting because local is a much bigger issue than mobile, because local is Google Places, and that's integrated now into the main web search results in a much more comprehensive way. They're interspersed. These Places results are interspersed within the organic results. Mm-hmm. So it's almost like they become organic results themselves. So it's crucially important to have good visibility in Google Places, which is a whole different set of rules in terms of getting visibility. So the fact that you have a whole bunch of physical locations becomes a huge asset to you, if that's the case. Now, mobile search, Places results are integrated into that, but it's not any different than regular web search. You'll find that the mobile results and the desktop-based Google web results are pretty much identical. Mm-hmm. So it's not like you're getting .mobi results floating up to the top now.
Sure. Last question I have for you, it's expanding the boundaries of this a little bit, but how does mobile search need to improve? Does it need to be revised in terms of how you interact with it? Do we need different input mechanisms for it? Does it have different expectations that come along with it?
I think the bigger vision here is that we're going to be talking to our computers much more than we're going to be typing at them, because it's just a really it's an antiquated way to communicate. We speak much faster than we type. Mm-hmm. So the advent of the LUI, or linguistic user interface, is going to be as big of a transformation for us, for humanity, as the advent of the GUI, or graphical user interface. Remember the days when we were typing into MS-DOS and so forth. It's those days, thankfully, are long gone. But imagine if just a few years from now, we'll be talking to our computers much more than we'll be typing at them, and that will completely transform how we interact with our computers. We'll be conversing with them, we'll be asking them questions, we'll be listening for their answers, and we'll be mobile, doing that anywhere in the world. So I think we'll see significant changes in like Google mobile app and so forth. It'll be much more of a linguistic type model than what we're currently having. But also augmented reality, I think, is going to become massively huge in how we use our mobile devices, overlaying intelligence on top of the camera view that we're currently panning around looking at.
Interesting. Well, thank you very much for being with us. I appreciate it.
You bet.